Hi guys. Welcome to the whole new version of everything. We decided to move on from podcast into vidcast, vlogs, whatever else you want to call it.
Before we just existed as audio, but now we're fully fleshed out human beings, supposedly.
We were only audio, that was literally it. We didn't have a body to speak with, it was just words.
We were like the AI in that episode of Black Mirror. Ginger Domino Gleeson, who's got to be in Star Wars, he was originally just a auditory.
I enjoyed Black Mirror.
So did I.
It was a good show.
Yeah.
Did you watch the Christmas episode?
No.
It was quite good actually. John Hamm was quite brilliant.
Disappointed face.
Yeah. Now you get to see the reactions on our faces as well as within our voices.
Yeah, it'll usually be anger, disgust, maybe disappointment,
More than likely disappointment.
but usually anger.
So, let's get started with me, Adie Stone.
And me, Michael Whittle.
And me, Matthew Brock.
So today, what we're going to do is...
You better guessed. We may well have given it away.
The Joker t-shirt and the Joker mask, Mike's.
Averted.
That'll do.
Like the Joker.
So yeah, we're going to talk about the Joker and the whole way of how he now looks with Jared Leto playing him.
Or at least, as you said, how he now looks in the upcoming movie or movies. So it may well be.
Yeah, yeah.
But,
Suicide Squad and Batman vs Superman.
There's been a lot of rumours that he'll may well appear in Batman v Superman.
I read after you told me, I read a rumour about it being a possible flashback.
Yeah, flashback of
It being
him supposedly killing Jason Todd, and that's how he ends up in Arkham Asylum for the Suicide Squad movie, where he obviously looks like
a twat.
a
Shouldn't
villain.
say that.
I should really offer an
Looks like an idiot.
opposing opinion, but I can't. He looks
Exactly.
fucking horrid.
He looks ridiculous.
He's like
I'm gonna have to try
a
to
parody.
swear it.
It's a parody of the Joker.
He is a parody of the Joker, really.
It looks like a teenage Joker fan got some temporary tattoos. Slapped them all over
stick on
himself.
tattoos,
Yeah.
where you've got to like put water on them and wipe them down.
Didn't even look in the mirror. Slapped them all on, and spray painted the hair green. That's roughly what you get if you got Leto as Joker.
The whole thing about him is just the way that I don't mind that he's got the smile on his arm. That's fine by me. It looks like he's got an open mouth on his hand, and then he's got a jester deck of cards. But the whole thing that annoys me is the ha and the damage.
Yeah, the damage. The damage is the thing that really,
ridiculous part.
really flipped me off.
Yeah. I just don't understand the way that they're going with it, because it's like the Joker's been in Arkham Asylum many a times. He's never come out with it with tattoos. He's had tattoos before in some of the comics, but not cheesy, ridiculous tattoos like that.
That's what I was about to say. We've got nothing against tattoos.
No.
But I think it's more the content of the tattoos that sort of offends us in a way. It's not the fact that they've given the Joker tattoos, because it's been in Arkham Asylum for a long time. You could well have got tattoos, but for a character that's so creative for a start and so off the cuff, would you really just tattoo them as cliched monikers on himself?
Yeah, if he had tattoos, I don't think it'd be stuff like
They'd be
the
disgusting.
and the damaged.
They'd be disgusting and creative and sick.
They'd be very messed up. Very, very messed up.
So if they gave him messed up tattoos, that'd be fine.
Yeah, instead of the cliche thing. It's like instead of the teardrop from the eye as well when you get in prison, he's got the J, the letter J on his face. I don't know if you saw that.
I don't know.
Yeah. And even to me, that's not the worst. Obviously, as we've said, the damaged is the worst. But even the J on the cheek is just it's a bit too on the nose, not literally. It's just...
Under the eye.
It's too gimmicky more than anything. That's the way that I see it.
It's cringy. It's like, as I said, it is literally like they've just painted a parody of an iconic character. And I've got nothing against Jared Leto
No.
is a really good actor.
I think Leto's going to be great, to be honest with you. I don't think he's going to do a shit job as the Joker. I just think he looks shit. I think that's the main problem.
I think it is, and also my issue with him was the taps in his teeth.
Yeah.
Also known as taps now. But yeah, the caps on his teeth. They just looked. Again, they were pointless, basically.
Yeah. A lot of people are saying, well, obviously he's going to have his teeth punched out by Batman, which is probably why he's got them put in. But the whole Joker was big, bright, either yellow or white teeth that were always. Yeah, it was never. Let's make me have silver teeth. It just looks a bit silly, really. The whole look of him just looks silly. Jared, like I said, is going to be great, I reckon. Just the look of him, not so much. I'm also hoping though that it's actually, pardon the pun, a joke. I hope that the whole image is actually a joke that they put together and decided to do it as something that's to piss people off.
I think the first thing that I was hoping was that it was a joke. But on the other hand, if he's wearing a full suit, for example, you may not actually see them. It's still, enough if he's fringed down, you might not even see the damaged one.
I hope not. I really hope.
I don't want to see that even once in the film.
No, I just never want to see anything like that on the Joker. It's such an iconic character, and they've basically made him look like a thug.
Which is annoying because
a henchman of the Joker.
The recently released image of Ben Affleck as Batman, I really liked.
He looks
great.
great.
Really hit that character on the
cowl
nose.
is a bit huge for his head, like for his face by the looks of it, but it looks also decent at the same time.
It looks a lot like The Dark Knight Returns, whereas the really, with the image of the Joker anyway, it seemed to be not really using any one comic source basically, which we've got no issue, or I've got no issue with them trying to be inventive, but not when they're being so sacrilegious to a wonderfully loved character.
It is a ridiculous thing.
And don't forget, people had a lot of issues with A, Heath Ledger being the Joker,
They did.
and B, his look.
And Jack Nicholson.
And Jack Nicholson, as he was a 50-year-old fat, dull man at the time, Nicholson.
I will go on record though saying this. Live action, Jack Nicholson is probably my favourite Joker. I'm going to get hate for it. Mike likes Heath Ledger's Joker, but I like Jack Nicholson.
The thing is, I think Nicholson is a better Joker. It's funnier, for a start. That's more to do with the writing. It was brutal, but it was still funny. Whereas I think obviously Ledger was a bit more psychotic.
I think with Jared's, they're going to go dark.
I think they're also going to go with, hopefully going to go for a lot of humour as well.
Yeah.
Obviously it wouldn't be the Joker without humour, but it was a different kind of humour with Ledger. It was,
I think.
I'll cut your balls off and feed them to you.
Yeah, and then with like Jack Nicholson's and previous Jokers, it's always been more slapstick humour. Whereas with Jared Leto's, I don't think it's going to be as slapsticky. It's going to be still dark and brutal, but not as brutal as Heath Ledger's version.
Well, Nicholson's version of the Joker was still pretty brutal.
Oh, it was still brutal, but
I think
he
at
had
the
a
time,
slapstick side to him.
as well, Nicholson's Joker was brutal in a way that had not really been shown up to that point anyway on the visual media for Batman. Obviously you think of the Joker like Cesar Romero's Joker from the 66 series, or the 60 series. A lot of it, I really like the Joker in that, but it's still, not in any, obviously I know the whole series was a bit more family friendly, shall we say, but
and then obviously there's the new animated film of it coming on the way. 66.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting as well.
I think comic books were always one step ahead of the film industry. Like, we never got a brutal Joker on screen until Nicholson, whereas the comics had long since adopted a brutal Joker. Obviously the death in the family Death in the Family story had been, sort of 5-6 years previous, and that had been really fucking brutal.
And now
basically.
with the death of the family story and the Endgame story is kind of the Joker's kind of hit a new low.
Yeah, and he's. I kind of worried they're taking it too far, maybe, with the current story.
It just shows that he has gone truly insane. He's really lost.
Joker, he's now crazy.
So, anyway, I don't think we really have much else to say about the Joker. We just thought
We don't like the new look. It's a
reel
truth.
off what we thought about the new and previous. So, tell us in the comments what you think about the new version of the Joker, who your favourite Joker is, and even tell us about Batman if you want, and about Batfleck. And
I quite like Batman, so that'll maybe grind a few gears.
probably, well, I like Batfleck as well, so it probably will. If you care, subscribe. I think it's that way. Like and everything else, whatever.
And like our Facebook page and our blog. Maybe.
Yeah, Facebook is, well, we'll put it all in description anyway, but facebook.com/DieOnSaturday. So, cheers guys.
Ta.